I was the other way around. I did not have a good warm-up that particular day. I had kind of a stressful warm-up. I didn't have my hour and 15 minutes routine. I was a little late for some reason, and I was swinging very fast. I was gripping it very hard, and I was trying too many things on the range. I go to the first tee, which is my first tee, which is the 10th tee at Moon Valley. And I must say, before I move on, there is one young lady here that was out there that particular day. That's right. Were you out there watching? Yep. Is that where you play?
Yeah.
So that was 10 years ago. You were.
You gave her a ball during the round.
Oh, did you?
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you were out there because that was a memorable day for me. But anyway, I teed off, and it's a par 5. I hit the fairway, felt pretty good. Hit the green on 3 and made the putt and made birdie. Felt good. And then I made 3 more birdies in a row, and I'm starting to feel pretty good. How many of you started with 4 birdies in a row? Well, that means you can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's possible. I did it. So, but anyway, I made 6 birdies in a row, and now I'm starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm looking at my scorecard, and I make a circle every time I make a birdie. I don't know about you, but I was just seeing circles. I'm like, whoa, this is exactly what I want. But I was really feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So I turned to my caddy, and we talk a little bit, and then I birdie 7, and I birdie 8. And I'm 8 under after 8, and now I'm very, very nervous. And I'm thinking, in my play box when I should really just, play and not do anything else. I go to the ninth tee, and I tell my caddy, I just want to make par. And he's like, okay. Caddy never argues with a player, especially when you're 8 under after 8. We hadn't been there before, but he got the hint. So I hit the fairway, hit the green. I make 2 putts for par. So I'm 8 under after 9. We go to the 10th hole, my 10th hole, and now I feel this burst of energy again, and I tell him I'm ready for birdies, and he says, okay. So I birdie 10, I birdie 11, and I birdie 12, and I birdie 13. And funny enough, I'm playing with my sister. She's in the same group. Of all the people on tour, we're 144 every week, and I'm paired with my sister. So she's watching this, and in the beginning we chat, and then in the end we don't chat. She just wanted to kind of let me go, and I didn't really know what to say. But so now I'm 12 under after 13, and now I'm thinking again. Now I'm thinking in my play box, and I'm doing the things you're not supposed to do, and looking at the scorecard, looking at all the circles. And I par a few holes, and then I birdied my 17th, and I'm 13 under. And you can just imagine the thoughts that go, in your mind. You're standing on the 18th hole, and everything looks so narrow, and everything looks so, so small. But I managed to hit the fairway. I managed to hit the green, and my heart was pumping. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. It was just boom, 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 boom. Very calm, talking fast, walking fast, just trying to remember all the things I was told to do when you're nervous. Calm down, breathe, don't think about the score. And then I had this putt for 58. It's probably 9-10 feet. It rolled next to the left edge, and then I had to mark the ball, and it's not my turn yet. I think it's my sister's turn to pass. And you can imagine the thoughts that go through my mind the last 3-4 minutes. Because if I miss the putt, it's a great round. But if you make it, first woman to break 60, and all the things that go with it. I was very, very nervous. So I stood over this putt, and I tell people it's a 3-footer, but you look at TV, it was not very long, but it felt. So I stood over there, and I just kept telling myself, I've hit millions of these putts. This is just another putt. The ball doesn't know it's at Moon Valley on a Friday, and doesn't know that it's going in for a 59. So, but it did go in, and of course, I look back at it, and it just felt so easy. The cup was this big. The greens were huge. The fairways were so wide. I didn't do anything differently then than I did a year later, or 2 years later. But for some reason, everything just clicked that particular day. And one thing I do think about when I look back at it, that I never thought about my second putt. I only thought about the first putt. Because sometimes when you play, I'm sure you're familiar with this, you always think, oh, I can't hit it too hard because it's downhill. or it's breaking too much, so I can't be too much on the left, or you start thinking about the next putt. But this time, I just looked at the hole, and he breaks 2 cups right to left, I hit it there. I mean, of course, my feel was there, and I was reading the putts well, but I never thought about my second putt. And that's something I've tried to do over and over. It hasn't worked as well, but I've had several rounds in the low 60s. So for me, that was something I learned out of that day. And I do think it's possible to shoot 54. I do think it is. I do think you can birdie every hole up there. I mean, you're going to go out here and play. You've played in a practice round. You've played in the junior round. You played today. You're playing tomorrow, and you're playing Monday. I bet that you're going to, in all these 5 days, you're going to birdie every hole at least once. So why can't you do it in one day? Is there such a thing as a hole that's non-birdable? I don't think so. Because if you birdie them all, you can do it. So what prevents you from not birding every hole at once? I mean, a lot of it is mental, you know, but you have to start believing that it's possible. Because if you think it's possible, then I think you can achieve that easier. So those are my thoughts. I'm on my way, so I need one of you to take it to a 58. After 58 comes 57, then comes 56, 55, and then 54. So it would be great if one of us did it, one of the girls did it. Why am I the only girl that shoot 59? How about join me? You can be the first one to shoot 54, and let the guys follow us first.